What's up, folks? This is Norm from the Board Game Museum, and today I'm going to be reviewing and showing you how to play the game Expeditions. Now, Expeditions is a sequel to the game Scythe, and the object of this game is you're going to be trying to collect the most amount of money by the time the game is over. There is a lot of ways that you can collect money, and this game is set in the 1920s, and the story is there's a meteorite that has crashed, and it has brought a lot of people to explore. So, let's check it out. Okay, so this game comes down to basically doing 4 different actions. And in a couple of these actions, there's a lot of different icons and a lot of different things that you can do. And I'm going to be kind of going over them here just little by little. Anyway, you're going to start with a mech. And these are nicely designed. There's 5 mechs in here. Now on the mat, you've got a little cube over here. And in this cube, you're going to be moving into this area over here. And you've got 4 different moves you can do. You've got move, play, gather, and then refresh. You also are going to have what are called glory tokens over here. And these are going to be used to help make goals. Over here, you're going to have a goal track, and this is an example. If you can solve 4 quests, you'll be able to put one here. If another one here is if you're able to get the 20 corruption token, you'll be able to place a star on here like so. And throughout the game, this is going to help you score points and to be able to get more abilities. Now, there's 2 different types of resources that you're going to have in the game. You're going to have power, and you're going to have guile. Now, you're going to mainly be using these whenever you are taking care of corruption tokens that are going to be played here on the board, which I'm going to talk about. Now, there are several characters in the game, and you're going to have a main character and then a companion character. And there's different icons on here, and I'm going to go over what all those are here in just a little bit. Now, right over here is base camp, and everybody's going to go ahead and place their mech on the base camp. And we'll go ahead and go through all the different things you can do. The first thing you can do is move. This is the simplest one. You'll be able to move up to 3 spaces. You can go like 1, 2, 3, and that basically is going to signify the move. Now, up here, there's going to be face down tiles that are going to have these map tokens on there. If I end up moving onto a space that is face down, I'm going to go ahead and take this map token and place it over here on my mech board. Then I'm going to go ahead and turn it over like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw corruption tiles. And this one says they have to have a value of 5 or more. So what I've got is this bag over here, and I'm going to just simply draw these tiles. And here's one that says 3. So I'll just keep drawing until I get 5 or more. And here's another one that says 3. So that will be my corruption tiles. Now, these tiles are going to be in 2 different colors. They're going to be in the greenish color, and they're also going to be in the orange color. You're going to be able to take care of these corruption tiles with your power and with your guile. The next thing I want to talk about is what is called gather. Gathering simply means that you're going to go ahead and collect the resources that are on the bottom of the tile that you are on. So when you look at this, this will allow you to get a green worker or a red worker. This one here will allow you to draw any face-up card, which are going to be any of these cards over here. And what you'll do in this case is you'll just simply draw a face-up card and you'll place it over here to the right of your player mat. On the left, this is going to be cards that are going to be in your hand, so to speak. And these are cards that are going to be your active row. Now, whenever you gain a card from this area over here, or even from this area, you're going to place it here. Now, these different resources here, you're not going to gain whenever you play a card like that. So here is a list of all of the different gathering icons that you can do, and I'll just talk about a few of them because there's a lot. But if I was up here, for example, this one would get me a guile and a power, so I could just simply move them up on the mat like this. One over here, it says I can rescue 1 active card and the worker on it, if any, into my hand. And so what this simply means is I'm going to take the card that is on the active row and I'm going to put it over here into my hand, so to speak. This particular symbol here will allow me to draw the top card from the deck, and then I can put it over here. And so that's basically the way you gather is. You're just simply going to look at what the icon is on the bottom, and then you'll just go ahead and gather that resource. Now, the next thing you'll be able to do is what is called play. With play, you're going to be playing cards from your hand onto the action pile over here, and this is where you're going to be able to receive these things here. I have the 2 cards that I started with, so let's say I decide I'm going to play one of those. So let's say I decide I'm going to play Olga over here. Now I'm going to go ahead and gather this, which is a guile, so I'll move that up. If I had any of these glory tokens here on the board, in this case 1 glory token, 2 glory token, I can go ahead and get these as well. So if I gained a green worker, in this case as a resource, I can go ahead and put it here. And this one says gain a blue worker or solve. So for now, let's just say I go ahead and gain a blue worker. And it says if you solve, gain the core value of all your solved quests, which I'll talk about as well. Now that's basically the way it works when you play cards, but there are a lot of different things that can happen in this particular area. There are 3 different types of cards that are here in the game. You've got meteorite cards, you've got solve cards, and then you have item cards, and then of course you have your warrior type cards. You are going to be able to do different things with these cards and place them under your mat. And what this is going to do is this is going to help you either get abilities or points. So with this particular card, the item card, you can upgrade an item. If you have an option to upgrade an item, what you'll be able to do is you're going to go ahead and take this card, and this will go under the right edge of your mech like this. Now to solve a quest, which would be a card like this, you would have to end up being on the space that is numbered 20. Space 20 is over here, and anytime you uncover that, you're going to place the 20 tile over here. This is going to take 10 guile and 10 power to defeat. But anyway, for this particular one, you would have your mech up on this area over here, and then you're going to look at your card, and it's going to tell you what you can do to solve this particular quest. You'll need to pay 3 guile, and then you will go ahead and gain this reward. So right now I have 3 guile, so I'll just go down to 0 over here, and then I will go ahead and gain this reward. This will gain me a purple worker, which I'll go ahead and put here on my mat, and this will also gain me a power, so I'll go ahead and put that there. Then you can go ahead and put this card under here like so. The last thing you'll be able to do is what is called meld. Now if you have a meteorite card over here and you have the option to meld, which is again going to be an icon, you will be able to go ahead and tuck this card onto the bottom. You'll just simply take the card and you'll place it under the mat like so. And then there's going to be an ability over here. This one says gain $1 per 4 value corruption that you have in here. But let's just say we happen to have a corruption tile in here. Let's say this was there. This is the money that we can have. So we'll go ahead and put bucks in here. So the way this works is whenever you're moving this thing, you're going to go ahead and place it on one of these 3, and then you're going to go ahead and do the 2 actions that are not covered. Then on another turn you may want to do this, on another turn you may want to do this. At one point you might want to do what is called refresh. What refresh is going to do is going to take all the cards that are in the active pile, and they're going to go ahead and put them in your hand, and any workers that you have on those cards are also going to go back on here. Whenever you get there, you'll go back here, and then you will go ahead and do a move play and a gather. Now you also have these different goals and put boast tokens on. If you have 4 quests you solved, you'll be able to get that. If you have melded 4 meteorites, you can put one there. This, it'll give you, if you have 4 upgrades. If you've managed to collect this particular corruption token, you'll get that. If you have 7 corruption tokens in your mat, you'll get this. If you have 8 cards, you'll get this. And then you will also get a glory token here if you have 7 meeples or 5 map tokens. You will be able to, with the vanquish command, be able to go ahead and get these particular corruption tokens. Simply what you'll do is you'll look at what it is, and you just simply have to pay the cost. In this case, it would be 6 guile. So I would go ahead and pay it if I had it. Then I would take the corruption tokens, and then I would go ahead and put them on my mat. And now this is going to be available to pick up in the gather. Now the game is going to end when a player has placed their 4th glory token on this base camp over here. And then what you're going to do, everyone will take a final turn. You'll go ahead and count up any coins that you have, any glory tokens that you placed on the glory category. That will be based on the quantity of quests you solved. Any upgraded items will score the coin amount printed on the item's bottom right corner. So this would be for the items. Any corruption tokens you've got here will score $2. And then you'll count all that up, and whoever has the most amount of money will win the game. Well, when I first received this game, I had to say I was stunned by just the components in this game. This is a large box game, and it does take up a lot of table space. But one of the things I really liked about the game is just how unique the setup is. I don't think I've ever seen a game outside of Scythe that has those tiles set up like that, and then you have cards in between it. This game is definitely unique. I've never seen a game like this before. But now this game has got a lot of pieces in it, and it also has a lot of icons and things that you have to follow. Now, really where the meat of the game is in playing those cards. There are so many different types of cards, and of course you're going to have power and guile that you can collect from those cards. Then you also have the workers that you can place on those cards that give different abilities. And a lot of what this game is going to be about is planning, especially when you're trying to play those cards, because you can do combos in this game. You may end up playing a card that says do this and do the previous card, and then you do the previous card, which could lead to something else. So there can be a lot of planning. You've got corruption tokens, you've got map tokens, you can upgrade items, you can meld meteorites. You can solve quests. When you look at the board, it has all the places where you can put the stars on there. Those are going to count as bonuses towards you. And so this game has basically goals that you're trying to set so you can get more. And I really like the idea of solving. That's a very cool idea. You just simply pay a little power, a little guile, and then you'll go ahead and get the reward, and then you'll tuck the card. That's a very cool concept. But you can also use that card to play in a regular turn. It's got resources. It's got so many different things. But the thing I really like about it is it gives you so many options as to planning. You're going to have to figure out, do you want to move? Do you want to play? Do you want to gather? And then you want to look and see what you have, and then you're wanting to say, okay, well, I want to try to solve something and try to get points there. I want to try to collect a map token. I want to try to see if I can get some power and guile so I can get some corruption tokens and try to lead towards that goal. There's just so many different things that you can do, and I really like that a lot. And I gotta say, the minis in this game, I wouldn't really call them minis because they're about that big. Phenomenal. This is a great game. This game is unique. I think if you played Scythe and it might have been a little too difficult for you, Expeditions is easier. So you could look at that as a gateway to the game Scythe. It takes a little bit of time to get used to because of the different icons and then, you know, just the different things, especially with the play. But I think this game is great. I love the way this game looks. I love how it has all these different mechanics in there, and it just works out great. I really enjoyed it. All right, guys, that's my review of Expeditions. We'll see you. Keep on gaming. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Subscribe and like.
And comment. And
click and
share.
Share.
And have fun. Have a lot of fun. That's what you gotta do.